Good morning everyone. Today at almost 10 a.m. German time to yet another live stream of mine. As we are entering a new series of streams that I'm going to host, which will come in monthly, most likely, and that are going to revolve around the new updates that we're going to get each and every month. At this time, of course, after today's update on EU, we are going to look into the EU updates for today. While also, maybe if we have time at the end, looking into the current red gacha as well, as I didn't roll there yet. So we might just see my insane luck of rolling exactly nothing. So that's gonna be part of today's stream. I know that it's early for you guys if you are joining today, so obviously there will be a VOD later on so that you can watch that as well. So we got Adam in chat, so let's just focus on that for a second. Adam, no, I did not buy the new class yet because certainly I'm missing a job ticket because I was too lazy to actually get one. When it comes to the new class, it feels like it is going to be a rather PvE heavy class. I've seen some footage where the class actually shined in PvE instances, so that's gonna be another topic to stream about in the future. I'm not going to go into details there too much today. To do another stream on the new class over the next couple of days when I got it equipped fully and stuff. Certainly no time today, as I'm basically streaming on my work break right now. So let's see where this is headed. Actually, the automatically element choosing, like, yeah, might be helpful. On the other hand, if you are having multiple targets in your range, you will be obviously choosing one of the elements that is needed, and you will hit everyone else with that as well. So it is certainly something that is working well in PvE against single targets, of course. How it's going to be in PvP is another topic, because just imagine there's someone being converted into water element through title set, for example, and you're just picking that element when you're attacking that person. You're running into 5 people using the counter element for that. It's unlikely that this is going to happen, but still there is a possibility. And also you'll have to keep in mind, especially top teams are going to like try to counter that if we are even seeing some sunlights in 6v6. I feel like there's too much of a set meta right now when it comes to playing 6v6, at least for EU, where people are just stuck with their current lineup. I mean, we are 2 weeks away from the new season. We'll see. We'll see. Obviously, if I mean, you can just protect any class if you want to play it like that, Adam. Like having a Morok around to convert any incoming damage into dark damage. To just name one, right? Alinea on your back, of course. Yorms, CC Yorms, tank Yorms. Going to see so many tanky Yorms here this season. We'll see. We'll see, we'll see. Meta definitely changed over the last couple of days or weeks. So that's definitely one point. So to get into the actual topic that I wanted to pick today, is that my phone is on loud, so we are going to change that real quick, so that you are not getting notified when I'm being called back to work. The main thing is that we are looking into the patch notes of today, and we are starting off with that, of course, with the new class that is going to be, or that was released today. So let's just hop over into the patch notes real quick. Here we are. Patch notes got released a week ago. Maintenance already finished, as you were able to see. And we're going to start, of course, with the hero class Sunlight that got released today, as we were talking about it a few seconds ago. Everything, as usual, can be bought in the Sunlight interface for BCC or for job tickets, or one job ticket basically. Skills have to be leveled up, of course, with job EXP. There is another maximum core level of 7. Nothing new about that as well. Maximum job level 78. So it's quite a bunch of job levels to gain here for the class. We've been seeing less job levels actually in the past. And then if we are looking into the game again real quick, we obviously have the Sunlight bundles in store currently. The job unlock bundle, 2000 refined job pots, 1 job voucher to change to Sunlight and to get it to max job level. As you can see, it actually grants you up to 20 million zenny if you're selling them. So nah, Adam, I just told you I'm not going to buy it. Certainly because there's going to be another stream on it. Also, if you are not interested, the EXP basically is enough to max out the hero class. So it's or it's enough to actually get Apocalypse, so the Tech 1 class, up to max job level, so that you can unlock the class itself. And we got the Rapid Growth Pack actually that gives you the pot for Sunlight, which will let you reach max job level on Sunlight instantly, so you've got to be careful about what you're buying there. Because it can certainly happen that you're buying the wrong one and then you are stuck without any job levels on your Sunlight after all. As you can see, buying this bundle grants you a weapon enchant voucher of morale 2, so ignoring physical death by 10%. You're going to get 1 skill rune for each skill that is possible to get, so 1 of each in this bundle. Some recommended gears, ancient equip, that is for 198 BCC, and there is the hero advance bundle as well. That is going to grant you 12 plus 12 synthesized. I'm not even able to talk English properly today. Sunlight weapon, right? That you can easily upgrade to tier 5 if you want to. 2 slotted, of course, so that you can get that done as well. Current exchange price 267 million. You will also get 10 sunlight rune supplies for S or S star runes. We'll get 5 Solar Origin text supply boxes, and that will give you the base weapon of sunlight with a refine level of 4 to 12. You can see a total chance of getting +4 till +10 is 98.9%, which is quite a lot. 1% to get +11, 0.1% chance of getting a +12. And then we are having some enchant vouchers for Cloak Divine Blessing 2, Footgear Divine Blessing 2 as well, Offhand Tenacity 2, and Armor Morale 2 for this one, including +10 Ancient Equips, Dragon Scale Armor, Dragonbone Shield. We got the Brave Warrior's Pauldron, the Overlord War Boots, and 2 times Pendant of Ugin for your new hero class. And as you can see, you got a 26% sale on all 3 packages if you're buying those. You can, of course, untick some boxes here at the bottom of each package if you don't need all of them or don't want to buy all of them. But as you can see, if you're only buying 1, you get no discount on it. If you're buying 2, you're getting a 10% sale. Let's see if that's the case as well. Yes, so you can choose which one you want to, or which ones you want to use for a 10% sale. Or of course, if you are picking all 3, it's getting, if you're picking the 2 more expensive ones, it's actually getting cheaper to get the 3rd one as well. So don't make the mistake of just picking the top 2 ones. Just get the 3rd one as well, because you are actually saving some PCC if you do. So that's basically what we are looking at a sunlight currently with the stuff you are able to buy. So let's get back to the patch notes real quick. Growth quest is not in-game actually, as I just saw, I believe. Just got the message in the Guild Leader Discord that there is none of those, I believe. So we'll see if that's a bug or a feature as it stands. Of course, during the first month of a Sunlight's release, if you are raising the class to 7/7, you're going to be able to gain a Divine Enchantment gift box. And you can buy super value rune gift boxes in that menu as well, if you want to max out your class. Let's showcase that menu real quick as well. You've seen that for the last couple of classes. In the past, we had that for Thor recently. So let's collect the login reward for a Sunlight rune supply. That's great. So what you're going to get is 1 + 6 Solar Origin text, which is the base weapon for Sunlight for unlocking the class. Then we are getting 5 Epic Spirit Crystals at level 2, 2 S runes for level 3, 30 Fortune Coins for level 4, 5 Scale of Fantastic Dragon for level 5, 2 Star Runes for level 6, and for level 7, the Divine Enchantment Gift Box Weapon, where you can get level 3 to level 4 Sharp morale, magic, arch, sharp blade, or tenacity vouchers off, which is quite nice to have. So Adam, you just asked how I got to 1B. That's not too hard actually. If you're farming properly, you just have to find a nice spot to level at. Gonna say good morning to my wife. Morning, morning, hello. By the way, another bug that appears currently, there is no guild emblem displayed as it stands right now. Also, the font changed a little bit. Daily income, depending on obviously the amount of stuff that is being killed, currently farming in a 4-player group in, what is it, Darklight Forest, for a total daily income of raw zenny of about 21 million, not including any loot, no, not including rough Oris, rough Elus. Yes, you can actually see the party here, top left, that we are farming with currently. So, Begetter, Tyrant, Lightbringer, and Hunter, plus a cat for group hunting bonuses, which adds up to, yeah, about 21 million, plus 5 million, about 5 million for weapons and equips. Then we are talking about 600 rough Ori, 600 rough Elus, blueprints, the usual loots, of course, of Darklight Embers. What are they called? Final Dust, something like that. So ultimately it's more than 30 million a day. Darklight Embers, of course, Final Dust, what I just said. As you can see, blueprints are piling up as well. Currently 101 alligator hat blueprints, 180 Dream Sky. So it's just adding up at this point. No, it's actually giving you more because you're killing fast enough to actually get stuff done rather quickly. So if you got plenty of decent players that are killing quickly, you will actually improve your farming income. Also, something that has to be mentioned here, using merchant classes certainly does help because of certain skills. Nope, wrong button. Let's just help out here real quick. Fundraising grants you more zenny when killing stuff. Also, if you are playing a Lightbringer, you will also have the skill called Greed. 20% chance to get one more share of materials that are dropped by wild monsters. So that's also something you want to keep in mind, because certainly if we are looking at my Tyrant, for example, which is farming at the same map, of course, the income lowers, the raw zenny income lowers to about 16.5 million. So there's that. So the skills actually do make a difference. Anyway, let's get back to what we actually wanted to talk about, which is obviously the current patch notes. So we are heading straight towards the new stuff here. The cover adventure log is new. Let's just hop back in-game to show it real quick. Let's just collect the first 3 levels. That's nice. Thanks for the 5 blue tickets. So if you're buying the advanced log, $7.99 in US dollars to get that. We'll grant you a pink shell tail headgear. That grants you 3%, 3 ATK, 30 max HP in depot. And we're just scrolling through that real quick here to showcase all of the rewards. Maybe it's worth it for you, maybe it isn't. Oh, look at this. Angry pufferfish. That basically is looking like me. Let's see. It's a mouth item, as you can see. I wouldn't put a pufferfish in my mouth, but okay. That's just me, I guess. Maybe there are others that are enjoying that more. What was the effect actually? 5% move speed and 3% skill damage in mouth. That's actually not too bad. So lots of Nolan cards this time. Also Holy Glow crystals, quite a few. A star rune, another star rune, tickets. Lots of Zenny, if you're buying the collection edition. We do have a pufferfish avatar frame. Let's look at how this... Oh, look at that. That's cute. I want that as well. So maybe I'll have to cash here. That's actually quite cute. Oh, and we're going to get a pufferfish mount as well, as it looks like at the end. Level 80, let's see. A lot of runes here in the 60 levels. 5 Freya coins as well. Another 3 S runes. There we go. Flying pufferfish. 3 attack, 3 magic attack as an unlock. Which basically is a pink version of one of the most recent PvP mounts that we were able to get. So it's super pinkish. I wouldn't say that it actually hits my style here. Especially because it looks like as if it's going to kiss everyone who's around real quickly. But, you know, if that's something for you, why not? Another Nolan card stack, 500, lots of dust, 30 yellow ticks, and of course 10 Freyr coins on level 100. Let's see, what does the leaderboard say? Snap from Final leading the way here on level 9 currently. So let's scroll through the list. Let's expose some players that actually were quite active already. Oh, why is there so many Kaizen peeps in here? So many Kaizen people. Yeah. Exposed, I guess. Aha! Look at this guy. The one that is actually spamming my chat currently. Also already on level 6. Haha, Adam. Exposed. Was there one Solaris in here already? I don't think so. My guild isn't active enough. Nah, so sad. It's quite a lot of Kaizen. That's actually quite true. Oh, here. Demi. Well, time to see my guild name here. So, I exposed too many people already. Let's stop with that and let's just focus on the patch notes again, because there's one thing coming up that is quite interesting. the special effects transmog. Some of you will have some stuff to actually put in there. And let me show you where to find it. Because it's actually quite a hidden feature, which I have to search for as well currently. Was it? Yeah. So if you are entering your game and you want to see if you already got a transmog, you have to enter your bag, click into the costume menu, and then you will have the two new buttons on the right side where you can actually use weapon skins, for example, that are only visible in PvP, for instance. We got other fields that you can actually change, and skill effects. If you gained skill effects in the past, 12v12 was a prime example of where you were able to get them. You can actually change them in here, right? We can also look at the replacement info real quick. Stuff can be stored in the handbook, of course. Only stored items that are suitable for the current class and position will be shown on the page. And that usually applies to the costumes and stuff. Also weapon transmogs, things like that. So that's a pretty decent looking overview here. Next up, well, let's just get into the special effects transmog type text here, because certainly this is interesting for quite a few players. Currently, two types of special effects, teleport and defeat, are available. Both effects can be won simultaneously without affecting one another. After obtaining and using special effects, adventurers can preview the transmog effects in the special effects transmog interface that we just saw. As you were able to see as well, I wasn't able to showcase one of them so far. So, next up, let's hope no one finished Palace of Ghosts until today, because we are able to enter a new dungeon, Space of Time. After completing the Cursed Swordsman quest Palace of Ghost or reaching base level 150, the new dungeon Space of Time will be unlocked. Clearing the dungeon will reward adventurers with brand new equipment memory and its nurturing materials. So, this update only introduces the Brave difficulty. Adventurers will enter the disrupted Space of Time and must defeat the dungeon boss Space-Time Dragon to obtain clearance rewards. Dungeon rewards are limited to 5 times per week per account, which is why I told you not to finish Palace of Ghost, for example. First time reward claim does not consume time duration and unlocks the raid function for that difficulty. Subsequent reward claims will consume 60 minutes of time duration each, and rewards are resetting every Monday at 5 AM. Including Palace of Ghost, Dark Finale, and Space of Time, all equipment memory dungeons will share reward limits. So, you can only run either Palace of Ghost, Dark Finale, or Space of Time 5 times per week, which is why it is important to actually know what you need and run that accordingly. And let's take a quick look in-game to see where the new dungeon is located. Obviously, equipment's memory tab with the brand new marker on top right, drop-down menu, level 160, Space of Time, where you can see the Space-Time Dragon, a horned green dragon that you are going to face. Dark Finale didn't get new difficulties yet. It's likely to happen in the future. I think Dark Finale got its epic difficulty on the CBT recently, so we are going to see that as well pretty soon. In about 2 months time. So, items you're going to get from it. Rejuvenating Galaxy, the purple equipment's memory here. Which will fit into the remaining slots of equipment memory at this point. Obviously the blue and the green versions of it as well. A 0 to 1 memory crystal core and 6 memory afterglow for each run. Let's look at the dragon here real quick. It's a large sized dragon type that you will be able to fight inside of the dungeon, which is going to summon a space-time black holes with a 3-meter radius around itself. And black holes are divided into chaotic black holes and dim black holes. A black hole will disappear if it crashes into one of the other type. Targets in the black holes lose HP constantly and are petrified after some time. The Space-Time Dragon absorbs all existing black holes at intervals and casts Void Destruction over time based on the number absorbed. Instance is buggy? Is that so? Let's test that. We'll have to leave my party for that. Any idea when it is buggy? Just when starting, or doesn't it work in general? Or is there any kind of mechanic not working? Can't start. Let's see. And that's a pretty long loading screen already. I'd say that doesn't work properly. So let me check if there is any reports to that and report that real quick. If there's no report yet, let me report it. Because there is no report on the EU guild leader Discord yet. While we are looking at the loading screen, so reported. And yes, we are stuck in the loading screen here. So let's just go back to the main browser real quick and see where we are able to look into other updates, which is, of course, the equipment memory update that comes with the dungeon. I'm not even able to close the game, by the way, in the background. That's nice. That certainly helps. Good one. So, equipment's memory update. We just talked about that. a few seconds ago. The backlit Dust series of equipment's memory is now available, suitable for secondary weapons, back and tail parts. When the corresponding equipment is worn in the appropriate slot, equipment's memory attribute will be activated. Backlit Dust series equipment's memory can be obtained in the Space of Time dungeon, as we just saw, or as we did not see because the instance is not loading at this point. Equipment's memory can consume memory afterglow to level up, so basically everything that we already saw in the past, thereby enhancing basic attribute bonus and unlocking selectable entries. The selected equipment's memory entries can be chosen by consuming memory crystal core, so basically all the same as the other equipment memories, also sharing the respective items to upgrade. And yeah, so even more gears that will require memory afterglow, which is a pretty rare resource at this point, for most of us at least. So choose wisely what you're doing with your stuff, because certainly it's rather hard to get to a decent level with those things. Let's get to something that actually is a topic that faced quite a bunch of criticism in the past when that was discussed during guild leader meetings, for example. That is the MVP addition to War of Empyrean. So let me just add something to this topic before we are even starting, right? Players have requested that the MVP actually will be something that helps defending a castle. That was the main thing players were requesting after seeing that an MVP will be added to the GVG maps. However, the original idea that the devs had is the one that is implemented right now, which is showcased in those patch notes and which is what we are going to see tomorrow in large castles near you. So let's just take a deep dive into what's going to happen starting tomorrow in War of Empyrean. So at the 10-minute mark in a GVG, an MVP, Shadow of Morok, will be summoned in all major cities, so in large castles, and only adventurers from guilds that have employer status can deal damage to it using basic attacks. That means classes like Yorms will have quite some use here. Everyone else with 480 attack speed as well. So you might want to use those classes if you want to actually damage the MVP properly. For cities that have not achieved perfect defense and the MVP is still alive, that's important because it certainly affects quite a bunch of guilds. The ongoing perfect defense counter will not pause, so it's going on. In cities with a fully healed Imperium, the waiting period for perfect defense countdown to resume will not pause. The Imperium becomes invulnerable and can't be attacked but can be healed. Right? So the counter will be ongoing for perfect death. And the next part is the actual important one. Strongholds can still be contested and it will still act as the owner's teleport and revive point. However, this one right here, Imperium becomes invulnerable, is the actual important part. Give me a second. Sorry. The Imperium becomes invulnerable. That means it doesn't matter which guilds are holding strongholds. And if an imp is actually attackable at some point, but at the 10-minute mark, once the MVP spawns, the imp becomes invulnerable, while the timer keeps on running for perfect death. So, one can argue that this is some kind of problematic thing to look at, but okay. If the city achieves perfect death while the MVP is alive, the city will not enter the cooldown period until the MVP is dead. So you will be able to fight inside the castle until the MVP dies. After that, the attacking side cannot enter the city. Point 4. MVPs summoned during the city cooldown period will be invulnerable, resuming their attackable state once the cooldown period ends. Means if, for whatever reason, a large castle gets broken at 9 minutes 25 seconds, it will be in cooldown for 1 minute. So the MVP spawn time will fall right into that cooldown period. MVP will be invulnerable until the castle opens again, and then it will be attackable. And that's important as well in terms of strategy, because if you are taking a large castle, let's say at 9:58, for example, time doesn't actually matter, just that the MVP will go into an invulnerable state. You will be able to gather around the MVP once you broke the castle, or once it spawns, basically. You can't attack it, but you can still gather around it, right? So you do have quite the advantage over any attacker that has to run through the whole castle to get to you to attack the MVP as well, while you will be able to attack the MVP once the map opens again. Point 5. The guild dealing the final blow to the MVP will receive a number of guild artifact development materials, which is a nice little gift here. But certainly nothing that was heavily requested by the community. Also, a new GVG personal goal has been added: attack Shadow of Morok, deal any or 20% effective damage to the MVP. MVP damage data will also be added to the GVG battle report. Players with data will also be eligible to claim GVG rewards. So if you are entering GVGs, just for like 5 seconds, hit the MVP and are going offline, it's enough to claim GVG rewards after the war. Also, that is important for the season, the upcoming one, whenever that will be. The guild delivering the final blow to the MVP will receive 1 GVG reward, and Guard the Stronghold will no longer grant GVG rewards. So that's some kind of difference here. That is subject to change from what I heard, but we'll see about that. So let me know what you think about the new GVG mechanic using MVPs. Also feel free to give some feedback in terms of how you would improve that, if you want to improve that. We'll see more about that tomorrow in War of Imperium, of course. Then we got the other GVG adjustments. Quite a few actually, 8 in total. Which I wanted to showcase some, of course. But I am not able to, obviously, because certainly my game is still stuck in a loading screen after the new instance does not start. As you can see, still loading. And I can't even close the game currently, the game client, so we are stuck with that at this point. I'm sorry about that. But that's why they say never play on a patch day, I guess. So, other GVG adjustments. Number 1, optimize the performance of stronghold occupation in GVG, aka the bars will be reacting immediately when it comes to a guild having the advantage in terms of numbers within one of the strongholds. Number 2, added support for viewing related battle data in guild trophy button, peak match, latest battle report. That obviously is a wording that most of you won't understand properly. So let's just explain that real quick. There is the possibility right now to view War of Imperium battle data inside the guild menu. And especially guild leaders have requested to have that for War of Crystal as well. And that's what we are getting with this patch. In the same menu where we will just be able to switch over to the War of Crystal button instead of looking at the War of Imperium data. Number 3, on the 12 o'clock direction of the bridge and front, we added a guild leader statue for guilds occupying large cities in Guild War. Yeah, so basically, if you are a guild leader and you want some bragging rights, you can just go there, I guess. Take a photo of your own statue alongside your character or something, I don't know. Added a statue of the occupying guild leader in each city's preparation camp. Also something that I would like to showcase, but can't at this point. Some maps in classic mode are adjusted and resolved vision blocking issues in 2.5D perspective. Then the seasonal GVG equipment Flutter Butterfly attribute adjustment. Please check details in-game. Also something that I can't show you, but I can tell you about it. The tiers did not change. You are still getting the 30% forced CC reduction. However, the effect of the item itself changed to receiving 15% less damage from HP loss. So that's the new change for that equipment. In Sacred Blessing, level limit of attack, magic attack, max HP, normal real damage and skills true damage has been increased to level 80, so 10 more levels. I think it's 10, I think we're at 70 at this point. And we got 4th tier headwear and back headwear for guild artifacts. Also something that I'd like to showcase, but you know, I've told you before, no way to showcase that properly. But I feel like this is a pretty needed update, because certainly guilds are not able to spend their War of Crystal coins properly, because every guild that has been around for like a few years reached the maximum amount of headgears or back items, so we just needed something to put our coins in. So then we got new 6v6. Team competition here starting on March 29th. The times changed though. It's 8:30 to midnight, so half an hour more than we had last season. GMT +7 is not correct, of course. It's GMT +2. So time will adjust accordingly, even though we will have the time zone change in Europe. So basically, let me just check something. Yeah, the first week will still be in winter time, so it's going to be 7:30 till 11 p.m. in GMT +1, so Western Europe will be able to play then. One day after that, we will revert to the display time of 8:30 to midnight, as we are getting the summertime in. Matchmaking obviously will be based on settings of the teammates, who click start matchmaking, stuff like that, the usual one. Nothing, basically nothing to mention here. Another important thing, because that's something players are asking quite often, in seasonal mode it is limited to having a maximum of 2 of the same classes within the same team. So only 2 Alineas in a 6-player team. So sad. If there are 3 or more of the same class within the team, matchmaking cannot be initiated. Also, switching classes during the season and tournament matchmaking process will not be allowed. It means you have to cancel matchmaking before actually switching classes. So we do have the tournament on April 27th. April 27th? Is that correct? Yes. No, wait, 27th? 26th will be the tournament. Also usual stuff, usual seedings. Top 8 will be the seeded teams. The top 9 to 16 will be added on the opposing side of the bracket. And everyone else will be matched against the top 16 in round 1. Final round of 8 teams will be completely random matches. So that's nothing new as well. Top 4 matches will be played in a best of 3 format, also same as usual. Magic Prison, Chess and Temple will be played. If one team wins 2 rounds, they are advancing to the next round, of course. So next up, 12v12, which is actually going through some changes here, as we do not have a seasonal mode for 12v12. As you can see, the Holy Ground War has been adjusted. There will no longer be Holy Ground War seasons. Instead, the Holy Ground War tournament will begin right after the team competition, aka 6v6 tournament, has ended. So we will be playing tournaments 2 weeks in a row. Same rules as before. 6v6 will be the deciding factor of how high you are actually ranked with your 12v12 team. As you can see here, seeded teams are determined by their 6v6 scores, and so on and so on. Nothing in that department changed. Also, all the same in the rules here. Still no class restrictions or anything like that. This one has to be reported, because this certainly is not true. Karlsberg will be able to be used during the season. If that point is still valid to some extent, that they are blocking a class, it will be Sunlight. However, if they are blocking a class that's in game for 5 weeks at this point, that's just not going to work. Also keep in mind that Morok during 12v12 last season should have been blocked, but wasn't, so there is that. Tournament rewards, same as usual. Ultimate Ancient Relic Shard for the first place team, 500 Ancient Dust for second, 200 for third and fourth, 100 for fifth to 8th, 9th to 16th place 50 Ancient Dust, and 17th to 32nd place 5,000 honor proof. Next up, Fantasy Generator card changes. The first set of new cards that we're going to see will start at April 1st. First card we will see is the Witch of Calamity from Another World card. So and that's one heck of a name. One could just call it Alien Witch of Calamity card as well. So let's just hop into that real quick, which is this one right here. It's an accessory card, and when dealing magic damage against M-size monsters, magic damage plus 2%. When dealing M damage against M-size monsters, for every refine plus 1 of the main equipment slot accessory, M damage plus 1%. We got the main accessory lower refine level plus 1 as a depot, and 120 HP as an unlock. One sec. And also we got, if we're going back to the changelog real quick, and no, it's not Shin actually, even if that thing looks a bit like her, we are getting the Garm from Another World card as the next added card as well, which is obviously to be looked at as well here. So another card that actually features damage against M-size monsters, another accessory card as well. Damage to M-size monsters plus 15%, and for every plus 1 of the main equipment slot accessory, damage taken from M-size monsters minus 0.5%, which is a rather decent thing to look at. So obviously this is something rather different to the Witch of Calamity one, which is focusing on damage, and now we are focusing on damage received here. And no BCC giveaway. This is not going to work as it stands right now. So those are the two new cards coming into the card gacha for the month of April. Garm from Another World from April 20th to May 1st. Obviously, same system as before. Get your BCC ready to actually draw cards if you want to receive one of them. And I would take both, actually, Void. So, what else? Content update. In the team interface, the auto ready and auto accept button is now checked by default. We already got that during last patch, which is a nice little thing to have, to be fair, especially if you're running alts. Optimized the issue of the favorited status disappearing after disassembling a card. Not too shabby as well. Added a fast select button to the advancement smelting function in the rune box, making it easier for adventurers to quickly select the runes they need to smelt. I think I did not point that out often enough today. I would love to showcase that to you, but again, this is where we are sitting right now for about 40 minutes after trying to enter the new dungeon. So, we are still loading and we are not able to close the PC. I can't close the PC client actually. Which is some kind of problem. I could do, of course, using yes, exactly. I could do it like that, but I'm not doing it right now. Oh well. Let's see if that actually works, because certainly everything I tried before did not. No, there we go. So let's get back to the browser. Browser. That's nice. So let's get on with everything else right here for a sec. The self-select self-select equipment memory in the weekly memory supply has added Galaxy of Time reversal, obviously, as that has been included in the new dungeon as well. And after maintenance, the number of times weekly memory supply can be purchased will be reset. That's something that happened for the last edition of new memory equipment as well, which actually got players confused, because players were thinking, hey, maybe there's a reset in dungeon runs as well. Certainly there isn't, which is why we warned players about running Palace of Ghost or Dark Finale if they want to get their hands on the new stuff. Once it's fixed, at least. So there's that. Next point, obviously, Void Territories, Witch of Calamity and Garm now have corresponding Otherworld series card drops, and demi-human reduction, demon reduction, demi-human and demon reduction attributes of MVPs, minis, and regular monsters in the Constellation Tower have been reduced. Yeah, okay, so I guess we can use Morok now properly, maybe? Maybe not, we'll see about that. Not like there's any proper need to do so, but still, adding more options as DPS will certainly help the players out quite a lot. Especially, hopefully, magic classes. Just saying. Well, that might come in pretty handy for some that are focusing on magic classes heavily. So, of course, after having some PP discussions last night during the Explore ROM streams, we do have a PP discussion here as well. As in the fixed issues, we can find the point that the description error in Alinia's skill PP's guard has been fixed. So we're not going to dive into that further than necessary. And then we got a fixed issue where on Android devices pressing the back button in the pet catcher interface and then using a capture item would not display the bottom right corner options. Okay. Spiked alloy abnormal effect has been fixed as well. Castles were able to be entered after perfect death. That is fixed as well now. Textual error in the old Baron card name has been fixed. What else do we have? The abnormal blood volume of Baphomet MVP and Glasstime Hall. Yeah, well, okay. A single target damage on character attribute panel has been fixed as well. An issue where storing and retrieving headwear in the Adventurer's Handbook would cause an abnormal transformation. I do not have to store and retrieve stuff in my handbook to trigger an abnormal transformation. Just have to go to sleep in the evening, I guess. But they fixed an issue where renting a wolf as an adventurer, not saving or deleting the wolf's save file and then loading a previous eagle save file would result in losing a wolf. Okay, I didn't even know that you can save a wolf or an eagle. You learn something new every day when reading patch notes, I guess. An issue has been fixed where clicking on the Smile Assistance in Luyang in the Enchanting Kiss Blueprint acquisition path would not automatically pathfind. So if you want to get that done, do it now. Morok wasn't able to trigger King's Protection in certain situations. This has happened. Oh god. This has been fixed as well. Look, I'm able to talk properly. Valentine's Day costume effects have been fixed, so there's no abnormal display of them anymore. The abnormal outline of costume Reindeer's Blessing has been fixed as well. So lots of costume fixes here. I fixed an issue where with the spirit pulled by the Soulbinder skill Soul Judgment. Constellation badges did not convert to the previous term in certain cases. That also has been fixed. Emir's notebook has been fixed. Abnormal display of Oracle mirror quantity in Yumi's handbook has been fixed as well. The yellow hammer is going to disappear if you are refining a gear to +15 with a +15 ticket. It was still displayed before. The abnormal display of other people's equipment memory attributes in Butler's recommendations has been fixed. Then the bug with the Dead Strafe card, where continuously equipping and unequipping would constantly trigger Ice Breath, is not going to happen again. The effect will now start 15 seconds after the card is first equipped. We could ask how many players on EU actually own a Dead Strafe card. Shouldn't be too many, so I don't think it has been quite a problem on EU, more like a C problem, but still, good that is fixed. And the issue of abnormal HP. Oh, Hoodie has. Why are they so lucky? Huh. And the issue of abnormal HP for air dolls when not using hunting skills. Okay, so let's ask the important question here. What is an air doll? And what is considered a hunting skill? Any ideas? Yes, no, maybe? Yeah, maybe. Does that make sense? Fix the issue of abnormal HP for air dolls when not using hunting. I don't know. At least it's fixed, right? So the HP are displayed properly now. So let's get back to something I wanted to showcase before, which is, guess what? A loading screen. We haven't seen them all day. So let's get back to showcasing loading screens. Ah, too bad. So again, another bug, no display of guild emblems. Let's gather some guild rewards. Yeah, seems like there's quite a bunch of things that are not working the way they are supposed to. Let's see. Artifact forging. Oh, there's a tier 4 actually, so. Tier 4, a Holy Glow Star got back, for example. What does that improve? 15% same. Okay, so the skill basically stays the same. The passive. So we are getting forced state resist 5% and all debuff resistance plus 5. But we are losing some reductions, right? Oh no, it's still the same, okay. And more physical and magical damage reduction here. We can talk about translations yet again, by the way. Critical guard. Like, just start translating things properly. Ugh. Yeah, this is tough. Like, why aren't we even getting proper translations into English at this point, or translations that are consistent in the way they are supposed to be? Yeah. I don't know. We, by the way, were supposed to get an update where we are able to assign any god weapon to any class. Is that possible by now? No, it's not. It's also not in the patch notes, of course, but still. Would have been nice to see. So, how about the latest battle report? There is none. That's problematic. I did not see and screenshot the last ones. That's too bad. Anyway, yeah. It seems like this update has been working quite well so far. Let's check on the guild members here. At least this is working. Team Sunwolf Crystal looking good for this week. So hopefully we're going to have a fun one there. Yeah. We did take a look at the adventure log before. Bright Dawn as well. So I think we are done with the update here. I will report the issues we got right here to the team in a second. That didn't go too well. A transmog. Let me showcase that to you real quick. I did that before, but I guess you weren't on stream by then. You can enter the menu right here, clicking the costume tab, and then you got the buttons on the right side, where you are getting some transmogs for skills, for example, like, what was it, play death and something else. No, it's not god items actually, it's some skill skins, basically. Skill skins, weapon skins, stuff like that, that you are able to equip. Some of them also able to be displayed during PvP, so it's probably new stuff coming in over the couple of next months. Skills are third tab, yes, I know. But again, we'll have the weapon, and I don't know what that is actually. Looks like a field, so auras maybe? We are still going to get the 3v3v3 seasons, so maybe that's something for that. I don't know. Let's see. Did we have any changes in here? No, season mode is still where it is. Season events time. Every 6, 21 to 24. What? Start soon. Okay. Ranking list. At least it's not in Chinese anymore. Remember when we last checked, we still had stuff in Chinese? Let's check if the NPC is there actually. The window is out of the window. Okay. So I can't go there. Can I go like this? Looks like it. Let's see if we actually see an NPC right there. And if we are getting guild emblems back as well at some point. Oh, there we go. And here we go with the rewards for a 3v3v3. Okay. Heart of the Universe. Damage and M damage plus 4%. All attributes plus 2. 60 HP depot. Yeah. Same for Galaxy Love. Only with a different hairstyle underneath. We got the Intergalactic Agreement, which is a costume, 6 attack, 6 magic attack for depot. Okay. And the Galaxy Love Letter. Same depot. Only with some kind of skirt instead of trousers. So, 7.5 Spirit Guardian Wings color change. There we go. No depot as it stands, but it's only the color change option, I believe. So let's see. More gold coins, glittering rune stones, and star rune stones. Then we get a border. We've seen that before. It's a rather pixely one. 8-bit graphics here. That's quite lovely though. And why is it here? Because we are getting the season somewhere in the future, probably after 12v12. Yeah, that's my estimation at least. So, we got the border. We're going to get a chat frame, a golden one, nice, with a golden pouring, wearing a crown. That certainly looks like me. Fat, chubby, and wearing a crown. We got plenty of pet eggs. Oh, one that I'm missing actually. Nice. And that's about it in this shop so far. Nothing too crazy, really. Okay. We'll take it for now and let's see how this is ending up in the future. So, what else do we have to share? Card gotcha? No change. Okay. Did we have that one before? Interesting. So let's see. There was supposed to be the guild statue somewhere near the stairs, I believe. Oh, we got rid of the Christmas decoration. Now we got balloons everywhere. Okay. So where exactly is my statue? Show me my statue! I think this is where they are supposed to be. Look, there's a One World banner. Solaris. One World Solaris. One World Solaris. And then we got the Unity banner, the purple one for Geffen, and the empty one for Valgalard. Okay, so there's no one. Huh. Wait. Okay. Thought they have did reset the castles. But apparently they didn't. That's good. But no statue yet. Let's see if they are inside of the castles. Let's see. The answer is no. Yeah, well, I think that's something we will have to report as well. Not because I'm too eager to get my statue, but it's a bug after all. It's missing, so we will have to report that as well. And with that being said, I think we are done with the current update. So let's see when and how we're getting the fixes for that. Trying my best to get those infos out to the team immediately, and let's see when things are going to be fixed. Yeah, probably after War of Imperium. I thought so too, that they will be updated after that. So let's see about that. Also the question, what is displayed there? If the statue actually changes all the time when a guild leader changes classes or something, or if it's just a display of their class when they finished war or something. So not reporting that as a bug for now, but obviously asking if that's intended or whatever. So going to see how this is going to go. And let me just advertise something. If you want to get free music each and every day, because Covfefe likes it when this is advertised, enter Covfefe's home, as there will be Roy, and Roy is using his music skill until 3 PM, I believe. So you are going to get free music each and every day from like 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. if you want to come in and see. You're already having some other people around here that are just getting the music in, so that's working for quite a few players. So if you don't own such a mount and got time in the morning, just hop in and get it. Kofifi has been doing that for quite some time now, I think about 2 months maybe. So feel free to add him to just hop into there. Oh god! Such a strong doggo. La 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 la. Yeah. Alright, so let's report some... Yes, give me a doggo statue, that's gonna be cute. I'll take it. So, what I wanted to say, let me report the bugs real quick that we encountered already. It's quite a few, so let's try that. Also, guild emblems, if that's not fixed until a war starts, that's gonna be a mess. So, let's hope for a quick fix there. To those that joined this early, thank you, thank you. We're gonna see each other tomorrow for the war stream, most likely. And yeah, thanks for joining and see you around for the next one.